All right, welcome to the EP podcast. We have Naveen here.
What's up?
He's one of our great photographers in the GTA. He's a good friend of mine as well. Known for a couple of years, like what, 1.5, 2?
About 2 years,
About 2 years, yeah, from the clubs and all those kind of things, weddings and stuff.
Yeah.
You've done some amazing work and stuff. Tell me a bit about yourself. Like, how's it been through COVID and stuff now, man?
Yeah, man. So I've just been chilling. I had school, so I just finished my undergrad at UFT. Bio and psych, tough 4 years, but got through it somehow.
Some science, man.
Yeah, bro, it was rough. And especially with COVID, like for a year, it was really weird to just sit in front of a computer all day and do work and not be able to like interact with people.
It's annoying.
But yeah, so just been doing that. Copped a PS5, been playing that. Taking pictures whenever I can.
What kind of games you got on PS5 now?
Bro, just FIFA, COD, normal things.
They're still releasing sports and stuff.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
They have to make money some way, somehow.
Yeah, I guess, right?
You know what I mean? But for the most part, bro, that's all I've been doing. And just trying to like perfect the craft, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been buying some new gear every now and then.
Shout out to Amazon.
Yeah, bro, big shout out to Amazon. But I've been buying some gear. I'm trying to get a little studio set up for myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but just trying to get something, generate some more different kinds of pictures.
Yeah,
be
for
able to
sure.
do something different compared to just go outside, take pictures, or go rent a studio.
One of my most favorite actually investments from the beginning of this whole thing was actually the backdrop setup, and like I saw that like everywhere, and I was like, I want to get that. Where do I put it though? So in my other home, I had the basement, I had it all set up and stuff, and like it's really cool. Like you do like the DJ portraits, you do like everybody's pictures of the white background, the black background, like
it's easy, bro. It's so easy.
It is.
So easy. So that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Right now, just chilling.
I think you've been busy with like engagement photo shoots and stuff too throughout COVID.
Yeah, people still get married. So it's blessed. Like I gotta be thankful that what I've built so far is still like resonating with people, and people still look at my work and they like my work and stuff, and they'll still reach out, and the thing is, even though you're in a pandemic, it doesn't stop people from getting married.
Love still goes on.
Exactly.
To have the kids, have their homes.
Exactly. And plus, in our industry, it's not like everyone could take pictures and edit them and do all the after of taking pictures, right? So our industry like will live on. Like there's no stop, there's no something we have to wait.
In the beginning, I mean, obviously I do photography stuff myself as well, and like I was super worried that I was gonna get replaced by like cell phones.
Yeah.
People just taking pictures, kind of DJs, they're getting replaced by like Bluetooth speakers, and man, like it's really annoying seeing that like all the vendors and stuff, they're not getting their business going. But I've seen like a lot of great things come out of COVID. Like people are baking cakes, people are getting more into music, even photography and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Honestly, like the people that have made it out, or not, what's a better way to put it?
Evolved and stuff. Yeah.
People have kind of evolved and stuff. Have really done wonders for themselves and for their businesses.
For sure.
Like DJs, like you were saying, Bluetooth speakers. DJs are now on Twitch. DJs are on YouTube Live. I've seen a lot more DJs making mixes than they would before, right? Because you just have more time. So everyone's evolving and trying to do new things, and that's how you have to go. If you stay the same and if you haven't changed from pre-COVID to now, you're gonna stick in the mud. People are gonna kind of forget about you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you and I, we know all these DJs from the clubs and stuff, and like a lot of them just in person and stuff. So it's really cool seeing them understand the system, seeing how everything connects. I was talking to a DJ the other day, and like he bought a second computer for the first time. So he has his Mac, he has his music, wonderful. He has a system, but he didn't have a second computer to do the streaming.
Yeah,
so he can't stream with the one computer.
Yeah, the OBS and everything.
Exactly. Right? So it was just really cool seeing like all the technology advancements and stuff like all the people are just going through and stuff. So
people are learning, bro. People if they're learning, things are gonna keep moving. That's the thing.
Yeah, for sure. So I see you got a cool camera here. Tell me about it. Was it Nikon?
Yeah, bro. So Nikon.
Not Sony gang, not Canon.
Nah. It's a Nikon D750. So I picked this up. at the beginning of COVID. Shout out the government for the extra money. But no, I picked this up at the beginning of COVID.
Nice.
Off Kijiji. It was relatively new. And it was honestly it's a full frame camera. I had crop sensors before, and I just needed something. I felt like I needed something to kind of up my game.
Yeah.
And this definitely like takes it.
I've seen the pictures, man. It's coming out super clean.
Bro, super clean.
I mean, you did my shoot last week.
Exactly.
Same camera. It looked super cool. I loved it.
This, and then I bought a new lens for it. And it's just like, again, the whole thing about evolving, like keep moving, right?
Progress, man.
Yeah, you gotta keep progressing. This is my second camera that I bought. Yeah, this is my second camber that I bought.
Oh, no way. Is this the same that you used at that wedding that we shot together like 2 years ago?
No. It was.
Remember you had like 2 lenses and you're, switching it up and stuff?
Yeah, no, that was my dad's camera.
Oh.
That was the camera I started out
with.
So
your dad's also into photography?
Nah, he's just a man who just.
He's just into it.
He just got a camera as a gift.
Yeah.
And it kind of went like that. But I was using that, and then the one was a D7500. So that's my second camera now, and then this is my main. This is my baby. That's what I use everything for.
Oh man, for me, my first one was the A57, the Sony A57.
Yeah.
I got it for maybe like $600. It came with 2 lenses, it came with a nice telephoto. So I was just starting out. So when I got that long lens, I always had it zoomed out all the way. And I was like, oh, this is super cool.
Yeah, bro. Like, honestly, you just gotta get started. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Even though this setup cost me about $2,000.
Nice. Yeah.
Used, like brand new would be way more.
You gotta invest a lot of money to make.
Yeah,
money.
like you gotta start out somewhere, and then once you start making those few dollars, you just gotta invest in yourself.
Oh, definitely.
And then you get better. You see it. You can see it.
Scrolling through Amazon, I'm still tempted to just buy everything.
Bro, you're
but
telling me.
There's no use, because like for me, it's like if you have the gear that's efficient and sustainable, I mean, why invest into something super crazy?
That's big facts.
You
Yeah.
You gotta be comfortable with what you have. Like I saw this thing where it's like you give a seasoned photographer like a cheap little camera, they're gonna take amazing shots. That an amateur or somebody who has like a super professional fancy camera, like you gotta be content with what you have, learn with what you have, and grow with it.
Yeah. Well, the thing about photography, like speaking on giving a seasoned pro, $200, $300 camera, it's you have to have the eye for it. If you don't have the eye for it and you don't have the understanding, you're gonna be in trouble. My
dude, you have the eye too.
Appreciate it.
You took some amazing pictures last week, and I was just like, you actually, I've only done 2 photo shoots, and both of them have only with you. Yeah, like you did one for me. How long ago now? Where was it again? Oh, that was the place in Mississauga last year. You took some pictures of me.
Riverwood.
We were just like shooting. Yeah. And I had never done it before, so being a photographer, like we're so used to modeling people. I remember you instructed me to like smile, put my chin up, and I was like, oh, I've never been asked to do that before.
I asked enough people, but I've never been asked. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's really cool, like being on the other end of the camera. So have you ever done a shoot before where you're, on the other side?
I've done a few. I've here and there done a few with my girlfriend.
Shout out your girlfriend.
Yeah, big shout out.
Cute.
Big shout out. But just not really her, and then she takes pictures of me every day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But that's about it, bro. I've never really gone with like another photographer and like, oh yeah, let's go shoot, or they ask me to like, hey, let's go shoot or something.
Yeah.
Never anything like that. Nothing serious, you know.
Yeah.
So everything's kind of like here and there, nothing too crazy.
One thing I love about like Toronto, though, like, especially with like photographers, DJs, whatever, it's very much like collaborative. Like nobody's afraid to kind of work with one another or anything. Like everybody kind of progresses together. Nobody really pushes each other down. It's very, very cool to see that.
Yeah, because the one thing within the GTA, at least from what I've seen, it's a community. Certain industries, maybe not, but like for the most, like for photography, it's a community. It's a community-based thing. Sure. Like you see another photographer, they'll be super nice to you. Like you guys will connect.
Like you and I, people could say like, it's a competition, but I always send you referrals. I know you do the same. Like I love it. Like it's very, very like
man.
It's all love. It's
at the end of the day, exactly. Because you're gonna see these people everywhere you go.
Exactly.
So don't bad mind people.
Oh, for sure.
All the people that you're gonna see. What's the point, right?
Definitely.
Well, yeah.
So I have a question for you. So what's something that kind of excites you about life in general? So aside from photography or whatever, like just anything really, just in the past, the present, and the future. What are some kind of goals and aspirations that you kind of have that have excited you?
So things that have excited me. What's something? I would say, just being able to, see what's gonna happen next. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what the future brings. you can only work so hard for your goals.
Definitely.
You don't know if it's going to happen or not. You just got to put in the work. That's one thing that I believe in, that my parents have instilled in me for years.
Do you see yourself as more of a spontaneous person or more calculated kind of person?
It's a mix.
A mix, yeah.
It's a mix, definitely. Like, yesterday I did a shoot with my boy, and I was like he lived like 5 minutes from me. I was like, hey, come, let's go do something. Like, I called him an hour before.
Yeah.
I went, did whatever he had to do, and I picked him up and we went. And then again, like, sometimes I'll be calculated, be like, okay, you have to do this,
yeah,
get it done. I'm like, it depends. Like, when it comes to schoolwork, editing, and work, and whatever that case may be,
sort of schedule,
I'm pretty systematic.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, likewise.
And then when it comes to like just going out to line, just like chilling, sometimes systematic.
Yeah.
Definitely before COVID had to be systematic because photography, TASA used to just take up everything.
Yeah, you also play TASA and stuff. Like, tell me about that. What other kind of hobbies do you have and stuff?
So honestly, just this, TASA. I used to play soccer when I was a kid.
Oh.
Been coaching.
Nice.
My brother plays rep soccer right now.
Yeah, I remember beginning of COVID, you had made like a little like Nike commercial thing with your brother.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Yeah, so he plays soccer, so I'll coach him. I used to coach his other rep team. But yeah, man, just chilling, playing video games. Not too crazy. I think
That's awesome. So
I'm a normal dude.
Hobbies, and you have your family, your brother. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's
Any like big future aspirations with school? Like, are you planning on continuing? I know you graduated recently, right?
Yeah, I graduated.
Congratulations.
3 days ago.
Oh yeah.
So it's fresh. Don't feel like it yet. Don't feel like it yet. But in terms of school, definitely thinking about a master's. Nice. If not now, in the future.
Yeah. And you're turning 23.
23. Yeah, old, bro.
Oh man.
Get up there in age. But definitely want to do my master's. I'm trying to do it in marketing.
Nice.
It's a very
weird
hand
in hand with the photography.
Yeah, with that photography and stuff. Exactly. It's a weird switch because I didn't do marketing. Right?
Yeah.
I did psychology and biology, and then to go from that to marketing. So I'm trying to get into the marketing field and work my way kind of into the business side. And then but like my dream right now, after being a photographer for a few years, would be if I could go like full time. If I would go full time with photography, that would be
like magazines and those kinds of things.
Magazines, sports events, weddings, like the whole everything.
Yeah.
I would love that because then it would just, I'd be able to do something I love every day. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know I love it because I've been doing it for 4 years.
You have a passion for something, it truly shows, and you want to do, the most you could.
Exactly. So it's like, that would be my dream. I don't know how well it will sit with my parents.
What was it like when you first presented like all these ideas to your parents? Like, you want to go play TASA, go be a photographer. Like, what about all the late club nights and stuff?
Yo, West Indian parents. That's all I got. That's one thing I gotta say. Like, my mom is very protective. Is the nicest way to put it.
Yeah, she has 2 sons.
Yeah, so she's like really protective. She would wake up till like 3 a.m. when I used to be out.
Same way here.
I would come home and she would like wake up and come downstairs and I'd be like, I'm home, like it's me, like no one else has a key.
Yeah.
But not like when I first started. So when I first started, I was 19. I was 19 when I first got into the club scene. And I gotta shout out Ricky.
Really good guy. He's a seasoned professional.
Bro, seasoned professional. Man showed me the ropes. Still showing me the ropes. Still mentoring me to this day.
Nice, that's good. It's always good to have a good coach, good team.
Yeah, man. And so he took me under his wing. At 19, gone in with my little Nikon D3100 and a flash.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. And it was weird because I used to be out, but I never used to be out till 3, 4 in the morning.
It's just a booking, come straight home, you don't just go.
Yeah, bro. I used to go to the clubs, but I never used to go like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a bit of a transition. My dad had to come with me for like the first few. Then he got bored, and he's like, "I'm tired of sitting and waiting in the car." So so it was a transition period for them, definitely. With Tassa, I think Tassa was more of a, what's the way to put it? It was more of a
cultural thing.
Yeah, it was a cultural thing.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So they were cool with it. It was just a lot of driving. So when I used to be like, "Oh yeah, we have a thing in Marco."
Oh, they're driving. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So much driving we do with this hobby.
my car is definitely hurting. It's been hurting. It's thankful for COVID because it's sat down for like a while. But like with Tassa, with the driving and everything, they were a bit like, "Oh, that's far." But like now, been doing it for 3-4 years.
Oh, man.
They're kind of they're chilling now. It's not crazy. Just gotta be like, "Oh yeah, I got a booking. All right, cool, bye." But yeah, like now they see it they see it's making me money. They see it's something I like.
Beneficial, something good.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm not getting in trouble. I ain't going out drinking, doing whatever, right? So they know it's like if I go somewhere, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so it's not like we don't know what he's doing. So yeah, they're at peace of mind. They're
That's good.
So yeah, but like going pro, they're still kind of iffy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
that's a full-time kind of thing. Yeah.
Because again, to West Indians, that's not a real job, right? That to brown people in general, being a photographer full-time is not a real job.
Yeah.
Because
the whole norm of society, the whole cliche kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I'm trying to like slowly trying to see what I could do if I could like have it on like part-time and have a real job.
Yeah.
Not real job.
Like a full-time,
like
a 9 to 5 typical.
Exactly, like a 9 to 5 job and then this, I'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool. Like that would be my kind of what's the word? Not my best case scenario, but that would be like the scenario
aspirations or goals kind of you're
working
towards.
Like my minimum goal. So if I could get that, I'm cool.
Beautiful. Yeah. I'd love to ask you a couple more questions right after this quick break. Okay, awesome, Naveen. So very, very great insight so far. So I have another question for you here. I just want to know like kind of like how you started like this whole photography thing.
Yeah, so I have zero formal training. That's one thing I have to say. So I started about 4 years ago. No formal training, no nothing. That D3100 that my dad had, I used to take that.
You already had it in your house?
Yeah, I had that, so I just picked it up. But the way I got started was got into university, and 2016, and for some reason Instagram was massive.
This was York?
This was UTM.
Oh, UTM. Yeah.
So Instagram pictures and having the best quality Instagram pictures was massive for some reason.
Oh yeah.
So that was huge, and one of my buddies that met through Frosh and everything, like we had a massive friend group. It was like 10 people, 10, 15 people, and we used to hang out every single day. And so one of them, he was a photographer. He used to do pictures in high school and like rooftopping and everything.
Yeah.
So
those kind of things are crazy.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
The rooftop stuff in Toronto and like, oh man.
I know a guy who used to like do it big.
Yeah.
Holy. This guy used to hang off buildings.
Not scared.
Nah. But so he used to take pictures for everyone. Then he started hanging out with other people, and then everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna get pictures, if we ever want." So I was like, "Oh, I have a camera. I could bring it." And again, bro, we're like 18. No one knows the difference between cameras. This and a Rebel TI or like a $200 camera is the same. So I brought my camera. It was like a $300, $400 camera. It was a gift from my mom to my dad.
Yeah.
And I had to sneak it out the house. I used to take it the night before, put it into my backpack, go to school, come back, and do it.
Because they'd be like, why are you
why are you taking a camera to school? What are you doing at school? You're supposed to be studying.
Yeah.
So I used to bring it out, and I used to take pictures of all my friends, and post it up on Instagram. They used to post it up. I didn't have a page up until a year and a half maybe of doing it. I think I did my first ever post was 2017.
That was when you created the
that was when I created
JPG.
Yes,
that's what like JPEG, like a play on words.
Exactly. So that was when I created and I started out JPG. Summer of 2017. It was like around. It was after Canada Day.
Yeah.
And I took some pictures of like the fireworks show.
Nice.
That was my first ever post, and like my girlfriend was the one who pushed me to make the page, and so I was like, all right,
cool. I'll do it.
Yeah, so I did it, and from there, like again, I was just taking pictures of people, looking on Instagram, looking on YouTube. Like YouTube University
and stuff. YouTube
University was big for me, bro.
Yeah.
So that was
because nobody to show you the ropes and hold your hand and to this button does this, whatever. Like same thing for me. Shout out Malik actually.
Yeah.
He would send me like some videos and stuff because he's actually best friends with one of my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always ask him, hey, like you're a really good photographer, but I was very shy at the same time because like I was a scrawny little guy with a camera, I didn't even know what I was doing, and he's like, can you give some like direction?
Yeah.
He directed me to YouTube and sent me these videos. You probably saw the same videos.
Probably.
Like, yeah, that's amazing.
It's like the same like 10, 20 videos that every beginner looks at.
Yeah.
But so that's how I got my start, and then from there 2017 to now, I've just been doing photo shoots, posting, just trying to better my skills.
Yeah.
A lot of free stuff in the beginning, of course.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had after first year, I had a little rough patch in terms of school and everything. Wasn't in school for a year.
Trying to prioritize what to do.
Just trying to figure out what was going on. Grades wasn't the best and stuff. Like
for sure.
It was a weird transition for me. So I wasn't in school for the year, and then that's when Ricky picked me up.
Yeah.
And
how was it you got in touch with him?
So the way I got in touch with him was I did an event for one of my friend's sisters for Macaw's.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at Orchid nightclub. That was my first ever nightclub. And the reason I did it is because I got a flash on Christmas from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents got me a flash. They asked me to do the event. I was like, sure. I had zero clue what the hell I was doing. But again, we moved, we did it.
Yeah.
We did that, then I got hit up by one of my cousins to do a birthday party for one of her friends. So I did a birthday party. And the thing was, Ricky knew someone at the birthday party, and he knew the president of Macaw's at the time, Kamini.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked both of them how I was, what I was like, etc., etc. He didn't go into the details of what he asked them, but he said he asked them some questions. And he was the one that messaged me. He asked some questions, and then he hit me back because it was supposed to be one gig in August.
Yeah,
I believe that he wanted me to cover, but then it went from that to, hey, here's a gig in it was like April, I think, when he picked me up. Hey, I want you to come out to this gig in April. I was like, all right, cool. Then he's like, here's a gig at the end of April, here's a gig in May. I was like, June, July, and it just kept going. And from there, just been going strong ever since. Nightclubs, weddings, birthdays.
So good. That's very, very selfless of him. That's very,
the
very
whole
nice.
Thing, right? So just been working like that, working on his team.
Yeah.
Also, trying to build my brand also. But yeah, that's how I got my start.
And that's so nice. Like I've done the same thing. I've had like 5 or 6 people kind of do some work for me. Like I've seen them have a camera. Mm-hmm. It's a small camera, and like they've been at clubs trying to like take pictures or maybe parties. I'm like, would you like to kind of learn?
Yeah.
And whenever I see people like with a camera, like if it's like at an event, it's like a young kind of person, like if you want to learn, let me know. Just send me a message.
Yeah.
And I've done a couple of video calls with a couple of different people so far in COVID time, and I've helped at least 7 people actually.
That's sick.
Buy a camera, help them make a purchase decision, and get into it.
That's
so it's really, really cool to kind of pass it on because there's more than enough work to go around.
Oh, definitely.
So like, it's not good to just be selfish and hold it back to yourself. Like, why hold skills like this? Like, pass it on. And it's very, very nice. So shout out Ricky for that.
Yeah, I have to shout out Ricky for that because
Awesome.
Again, if it wasn't for him, I would definitely not be in the position I am today.
Definitely.
And like my brand wouldn't be as big, etc., etc. And again, I wouldn't have the experience that I have. But now, like being able to go into the nightclubs, seeing some crazy stuff.
Oh man, but yeah. What are some of the obstacles you've seen with like photography, like in the clubs and stuff?
Yo, so before COVID, clubs were just packed.
Yeah,
like
of course.
certain events were just packed, and I think for me, like luckily, I'm 6'3".
Yeah,
I'm massive. I'm huge.
Not me. I'm here with my camera holding it high from there.
Yeah, so it's like I'm seeing above everybody, And so I can see everything that's going on. I think probably some obstacles just be like trying to get through, depending on like, you know, how packed or how busy the situation, like the club event is.
Yeah.
That's definitely one. Sometimes people get a bit, you know, a bit too
rowdy,
too nice. Yeah. The head is a bit too nice.
Yeah.
And they could be some people could be a bit aggressive, and be like they'll kind of harass you sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things you just gotta
keep the club a professional environment. It's definitely quite something because people don't treat it as a professional environment.
Yeah. You get offered drinks, you get offered food, you get offered all kinds of things, and you just gotta be like, yo, it's all good.
Yeah.
No problem. You know what I mean? Like just doing a job. We could talk, but nah, like I ain't taking out for
it must be wonderful though, like the networking.
Stuff
that come from it. I know for myself, it's been very, very much a fun time. Like,
because
you meet people and stuff.
Definitely, because you get to meet a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't know a lot of people if it wasn't for the clubs.
Actually, you were telling me you have a booking in like a couple hours today.
Yeah.
A small booking, and somebody's your family, and you wouldn't even have known that if it wasn't for this hobby.
You meet a lot of different people through TASA. It's cool. It's cool. It's really cool. It just expands your network, expands your thinking of the world, even, you know, the world, how small the world is in our community. But yeah, like my dad be asking me all the time, hey, you know a person for this, you know a person for this. I'm like, yeah, I know a guy for that.
Yeah,
for that.
And it's crazy. I never would have thought
through photography.
Yeah, like I would know people doing decor. I would know people doing like crazy artwork.
Yeah.
Like people printing shirts, printing backdrops. Like it's amazing. The networking opportunities from it. Yeah. So I have another question for you here. I want to know some beliefs you have regarding your personal motivation. Like, what are some kind of things that you do to reach those aspirations?
Personal motivation for me, just trying to be better. Trying to be better than
putting together a vision. Is there like do you like have an agenda? Do you have like any meditation kind of things you do?
Meditation, I meditate for almost 8 hours a day.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, sleeping.
Oh.
But that no meditation.
You actually get 8 hours of sleep. Come on.
barely. If I get 8 hours, that's meditation for me.
Yeah.
That's peace of mind.
Oh my god.
But no meditation, nothing crazy. Wake up, thank God for the day, thank God for another day, and just you know, going through Instagram, going through Twitter, going through you know, TikTok, whatever the case may be, you see a lot of people.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, you see a lot of people like inspiration. You see different ways to be creative and stuff, and it's like, okay, if I take this, I put it together, and I try and make it better.
You merge ideas.
Yeah, you merge ideas. You try and find new ways to not make something better, but make it your own.
Yeah, evolution.
One thing that motivates me is definitely to make everything my own. I don't want to be seen as a guy who just goes and copies someone else.
Yeah, for sure.
Never. Like, I always want to add up my own personal touch to my work. I always want to try and keep building. That's my thing. Like, if I'm not building, if I'm staying stagnant, I feel uneasy.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an uneasy feeling for me. Like, I don't like it. I want to keep working, and that's one thing that I find in like the industry. Like, there's some people, there's like the people that are successful have that motivation and have that thinking, that mindset to be like, all right, cool. Nah, we're gonna keep going. I don't like. It's not I don't like where I am, but I don't want to stay where I am. And they just want to keep trying to make things better. And
that's good.
That's one thing I see, and it's like I see a lot of people who aren't like that, and you could see through their work.
No, you don't want to remain in one place.
Exactly.
You always want to grow and always do better. It doesn't mean buying more expensive equipment or doing the most, but like just trying small pieces, the compound effect. Small little habits equate to the bigger picture.
Bigger picture, exactly. And it's like learn new ways to edit, learn new ways to, you know, take photos, different styles, different, you know, ways of doing things. That's me. Like, I always want to learn.
Beautiful.
I never want to stop learning. I might get lazy.
Definitely.
Leave a little week, kind of stay still. But for the most part, like, I'm on the go, always going. In terms of that, another belief I'd have is like, don't see others as competition. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. Don't see others as...
Same thing we had said from before, right? Collaborate with others instead of compete.
Because...
break each other down. You want to push each other.
Definitely. Because like one thing about me is I'm not a person that'll be like stush. I won't be like, you know, I'm not that kind of person. Oh, nah, I ain't talking to you kind of thing. I'm a really open person. I try to be an open person, friendly person, as nice as possible as I can to everyone else, right? And I just want to help people out, and if I can help people out by you know teaching them something or giving them a piece of info, by all means, I'm all good for that. And like I'm not gonna have like, I don't know, with me I never have a frown on my face per se. Like I'm smiling, I look happy.
I've always seen you so happy.
As much as people say, like if I'm just chilling and my face, like I'm not like smiling or anything. People, one of my friends was like, yo, when I first met you I thought you were scary. And then you smiled and waved at me and I was like, oh my gosh, Jeff, I'm not really scary. It's how I look when I'm rested.
Standard face,
It's my rested face. But it's just one of those things. Like I never want people to get the wrong impression of me, so to speak. So first impressions, just being nice to people, treat others the way you want to be treated, kind of thing.
The golden rule, for sure.
So that's about it.
That's awesome. Great beliefs, Naveen. So we have one more segment after this quick break. Alrighty, and we're back.
Yes, sir.
So I have one more question for you. I want to know about some motivations that you have, be it your parents, be it friends, be it situations or people in general. I just want to know, like, what are your top 3 kind of situations, just off the top of your head, you've kind of had to go through motivational sort of issues and stuff like that?
So, to kind of start off that question, I'll say like top 3 people, and then I'll say top 3 situations. Top 3 people would definitely have to be my dad. My dad is definitely an inspiration to me in terms of how to treat people and how to, act in public and just be around people. Like, everybody in my family is like, yeah, you're like your dad. You're exactly like your dad. You're the splitting image of your dad. And obviously a few changes here and there, but we're very similar in terms of how we interact with people. So he definitely taught me a lot as a kid, still teaching me a lot now.
Nice.
Ricky, definitely an inspiration. Helps me a lot, even to this day. Taught me the ropes, keeps teaching me. Even like he did a shoot for us. Even when he did a shoot, I was like studying everything he did. Even though I was supposed to be focused on posing, still studying. Those 2 are definitely inspirations. My girlfriend pushes me a lot. And I don't know if you count that as inspiration, but definitely pushes me a lot.
It's very, very important to have a support system. Like your family, your girlfriend, friends.
I have a very good support system. That's one thing I'm grateful for. I have a very good support system. Even people that used to be my friends, they would support me. They don't support me like as much as they did before, but they'll still like my stuff, share my stuff, whatever it may be.
Those kind of things are so powerful. Just like share a comment.
Yeah, man.
So kind of things are definitely helpful for the industry.
Exactly. So it's good. Definitely have a good support system. If you don't have a good support system, it's hard for you.
Definitely.
In terms of situations, stuff that's inspired me. One thing is definitely like in terms of photography, I never want to give people a bad product. I've seen a lot of things and a lot of photos, and I'm like, what is happening? and it's like, if I did this, I would 100% not do it. Like that, right? I would have different things in my mind.
Definitely.
And I again try and help people, whatever the case may be. Give them a little.
Do you ever look back at your own work and kind of analyze?
All the time. All the time. I always look back at my own work. And I sometimes I'll re-edit my own work. Like there's one picture in particular. There's a picture I took at the Raptors parade. Probably my most famous picture. Of Kyle Lowry holding the trophy. Probably put it in somewhere. But so that picture I took, my first edit compared to my revised edit is leaps and bounds.
Oh wow.
Right? Leaps and bounds.
Because you would have learned so much more manipulation in the program.
Way more color, pop. It just looks way better.
When I first went with that setting, the saturation setting where you can make a certain color pop.
Yeah.
I would always make like, I feel like flowers, for example, I make them pop. And I, like beforehand, I never realized how you can do that. And when I learned it, I was like, oh, this changes.
It changes
my
the game.
whole style a lot.
It changes
really
the
cool.
game.
It's like learning, and it's like super cool, especially with this craft. It's art that you're creating. It's not just a picture. For us, it's art.
Yeah.
And I've seen people say, oh, it's just a camera, just pressing a button.
Yeah.
There was one time I gave somebody the camera. So, okay, you think it's pressing a button here? Take a picture. Took it. They didn't even know how to zoom. They didn't even know how to control anything. And like, I purposely lower the shutter speed so like
you just messed with them.
And like, I showed them, okay, what you have to do is actually raise this number.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't like be mean to them. I showed them actually what it was I did, so they can learn. Oh, that's what the camera could do. I didn't even know it could do that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really cool. Like going back to your old work. Stuff and learning.
Yeah. So like in terms of stuff, like looking back on old work definitely motivates me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And like it teaches me a lot of things about, one, how I used to shoot, two, what I could do better, and like three, like how I used to edit, right, and how I've changed and different things I could change. Another thing that motivates me is like I don't think I've ever had a client come back to me and be like, I hate everything, or like I want this changed. I know someone who has that was unfortunate. Helped them through the process, but it's like seeing that, I'm like, I never want that to happen.
Yeah.
I like when I take a picture and I take pictures for someone, I want it to mean something to them, even if it doesn't. I want to take a picture, I want to show you, and if your reaction is, oh yeah, I like it, I'd be like, okay, no, I'm not doing something right.
Yeah.
I want to be like, yo, this is sick. Oh my god. I want to. If I hear that, I know I did a good job. And that's something like when I don't hear that, or if I hear, I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yo, we're doing it again. do this. We're doing it again, and like that motivates me all the time. Whenever I get that, if I ever get that during the shoot,
feel good,
bro.
Sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's nice to hear the excitement. It's not so nice when they're like, but like when I hear that, it's like, all right, cool. We're going full speed ahead. We're getting at this right now, and I'm gonna make sure you're excited about these photos, right? Like no matter what.
That's awesome.
Those are definitely things that definitely motivate me.
Growing up in like elementary school, middle school, did you ever think like you'd be doing things that you're doing now?
No way. When I was in elementary school,
what were you like as a kid?
Yo, me as a kid, it was. I used to, like any kid, I used to like to eat. I ate a lot. But no, when I was a kid, kindergarten, I was like when I was very young, I was very imaginative. I said I wanted to be Spider-Man when I grew up.
Oh my God.
So I love Spider-Man, that was my thing. I got a bit older, used to play soccer. I was like, I want to be a soccer player. I used to aim really high, like really, really high. It was like almost like it was unattainably high.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I just kind of went with how things flowed. I never was like, oh, I have to do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like set on stuff. Yeah, it was a very spontaneous vibe throughout. I was kind of like going with the flow. Things happened. I was like blessed. Things didn't happen. I was like, all right, cool, but we'll see what happens next, and just keep going with it. And so that was just me through elementary, high school, middle school. It wasn't until university when I picked up the camera. Like I picked up a camera a few times during high school, but it wasn't anything serious.
It definitely makes me feel confident, like doing photography, doing like musical projects and stuff like that. It's definitely like I feel like if it wasn't for that, I would not really be too much anywhere. Like I feel like I'd just be like just part of the crowd. And for me, I've never really been part of the crowd. I love kind of like being unique, kind of standing out, doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I feel like for you too, it's similar kind of feel, right?
100%. Like that was when it came to like music and stuff. Like talking about music. It's like I played tabla for a while. I'm a bit rusty now, but
it's because I have those hobbies.
Yeah, like tabla, I play harmonium and I sing, and like doing that, I thought like doing that at 13.
Yeah.
Like that was different, right? Because
foundation.
Yeah, it was good for the culture, but it was also very different because you never really got, like whenever I used to go Monday, you never really used to see guys singing. But I enjoyed it. That was my thing.
Growing up, that's one thing I didn't like to sing because like the guys wouldn't
exactly. Guys never used to do it. Guys used to sit behind the tabla and guys used to sit behind the dolak and they used to play, right? And girls used to go and sing and play harmonium. And I don't know, like I just had this like weird like attraction to it, like this weird kind of calling, because where I used to learn tabla from my guru, Vishal Samraj, his dad Dave Samraj, he used to sing, and seeing a man,
the beauty of it, it's
seeing a man teach harmonium and singing, I was kind of like, whoa,
such an inspiration.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's different. Like that's cool. And like I don't know, I guess that kind of attracted me to do it. And my dad used to sing.
Nice.
My dad used to sing and used to play harmonium. Not at the same time, but he used to do it. It was either one or the other.
Yeah. So
it's
a bit of a fine motor skill.
Yeah. So like even with him, like I was like, okay, now I want to be able to do both. Like if I could do both, that'd be cool. And like he used to teach me little things here and there. And then I was like, I told him I want to get into music. I want to get into harmonium and singing. And he's like, okay, we'll sign you up with Uncle Dave. And so they signed me up with Uncle Dave. I stayed with Uncle Dave for 7-8 years, nice. Up until unfortunately university kind of came and kicked my butt.
It gets busy.
Yeah, I got busy. And with that, like I stopped going to class, but I stopped teaching myself and learning. But like you said, like standing out, being able to do things, because not everyone plays tabla, not everyone plays harmonium, not everyone takes pictures or plays tassa, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah, as you said earlier, like being the spitting image of your father, but still being yourself and having that your own personality. It's a very, very cool thing.
Exactly. One thing that I think is everyone's got to be different.
Definitely.
There's only one you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So true.
Why the hell you want to be like someone else?
Yeah.
And you're you. Like there's nothing wrong being yourself.
Definitely.
You don't have to go and put on an image for society, right? You like whatever you like.
Oh yeah,
that's you.
One thing with me, I never liked conforming to society and being a part of like the crowd, as I said. And actually, photography, I was actually shut down a lot in the beginning because I'm the small guy, and like there was a bit of competition. There's a lot of people taking pictures, of course, and me being just the person I am, I would like go through the crowd, take the pictures, and I've had guys kind of bully me.
Yeah.
These big muscular men, and they're just like, yo, who do you think you are? Right, taking pictures, trying to be all gangster, and it's like they tried shutting it down. And for a period of time, I actually like didn't like the photography because I felt like it was a little bit dangerous. It was like, why am I doing this? If maybe I'm not that good, maybe people don't like me. But then I got into the private world, and I started doing weddings, and doing birthdays, and people started to like really respect and understand you, and like they want to get to know you. And to now, I've met a lot of people through this photography stuff who I became like family, brothers and sisters, and like they're like it's a really, really cool thing. I found inspiration through this.
No, definitely. I could relate. Yo, I'm 6'3", right? Like I'm a big dude. Compared to you, I'm a big dude, right? And it's like I know what you mean in terms of like the club world being like that, the club scene being like that, because I've had fingers wagged in my face.
Yeah.
I've had hands put in my face, and it's like you go up to the person and you're like, hey, you want a picture? And it's like you get dirty looks, you get like a hand in your face, like no, and it's like you're like, bro, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like why are you acting like that for?
Yeah.
And guys and girls, like they both do it, right? And it's like you could just say no, it's all good.
Yeah.
All right,
the
cool.
Respect factor.
Right? Yeah, you just have the respect. Like and like you said, like when you get into the private scene, like private events, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
But
it's more professional.
Yeah, it's more professional. But like that kind of stuff that happens in the club scene definitely like motivates me more.
Yeah.
Like again, being shut down, you're not gonna shut me down.
Yeah.
You're not gonna shut me down.
That's a really, really good attitude.
Yeah, right? Like you could do that all you want. Alright, cool. I'll just go to the next person, they'll get a bomb picture, and you'll be like, why didn't I get one? Well, you wagged the finger at my dad's face, so that's why you didn't get one. You know what I mean? That's not my fault, that's your fault.
Definitely.
And I don't want people to be like that in terms of like, you know, being disrespectful like that. And if you want to, it's like, all right, cool, do you, but I'll just go do my own thing. I'll keep doing my work, and I'll keep, you know, trying to do the best I can.
Yeah,
that's about it. And it's like, no, I don't think I've ever been like disrespected or like shut down in terms of anything other than the club scene, to be honest. It's only the club scene really that's like that. But then again,
you have a really good society around you. Good
100%. But I feel like the club scene also, like when people drink, when people, you know,
get a bit rowdy.
Do they stuff outside? It's like, they act like that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's what comes with the territory, so to speak. And you gotta make the most out of it.
That's very, very true. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing all those motivational people and experiences, situations. Any closing remarks you'd like to have for this episode?
Closing remarks. Follow my Instagram nsr.jpg.
Amazing photographer, amazing pictures, man. I'm really looking forward to see what you do despite circumstances. All the best to you. You know, despite COVID.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so you know, just follow up the IG and don't let anything get in your way. If you want to do something, do it. Even if you think, oh, you know, there's people better out there, that's fine. Put the time in.
Awesome.
Right? Don't ever think you're not good enough. That's my thing. That's probably
very, very true. Yeah.
That's what I
understand that for sure. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Naveen, and you stay safe.
No problem. You too, bro.